Okay, so today's lesson summary is about Island in the Sun, which I'm sure you can't read because of that glare.
Hi, me.
Hi, you in the future. Is there anything you want to say to future you?
No, not really.
Not really.
Not worth talking to that guy.
Is there anything future you wants to say? Oh, I guess it doesn't work that way, right? Don't go to Jack in the Box. Whatever you do on your way home, do not go. So what I'm going to do here in this video is I am going to play all the parts to The Island in the Sun. So let's get started. So the first part we got, here, and that's the wrong way. There we go. First part we got here is we got these four new chords rather. And this is the kind of little intro part. Okay, so in just looking at the chords, the first chord I've got my index finger. This is the E minor. Index finger at the 3rd fret of the 1st string, ring finger at the 5th fret of the 2nd string, and my middle finger at the 4th fret of the 3rd string. And on my right hand, all I'm doing is playing those 3 strings, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so all together that goes like this. That's all the more you play that one. Just 2 hits on that one. Then we're going to go to the A minor. That's going to be played like this. We're going to bar at the 5th fret of those same first 3 strings, 1, 2, and 3. Going to hit the same strings, 1, 2, 3, and that's going to go. You're going to hit it twice, but it's going to be up, down. Okay. Then we're going to go to the D chord. The D chord is going to be played as such. It's going to be the same bar, but we're going to move it up a string and up 2 frets. So we're going to be playing the 7th fret of the 2nd string, 3rd string, and the 4th string. Okay? And that one we're going to play just those 3 strings, 4, 3, and 2. And we're going to go. It's going to be on the upstroke, so it's going to be 1 and 2 and 3. Okay? Then we're going to go to this G chord. The way we go to the G chords, we add our middle finger here at the 8th fret of the 2nd string, and our ring finger here at the 9th fret of the 4th string. Our index finger doesn't really need to bar anymore, but since we are already barring, I find it more comfortable. If it's a little weird for you, you can just go like this and play them and just use the tip of your index finger. But I find it easier and quicker to keep the bar. It's up to you though. Mess around with it, see what you like. So that's the G, and that's going to be and 3, 4. Okay? So now, so on that one again, we're only going to play 4, 3, and 2. So all together, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's the first part of the tune. Now that, as I've said, it can be done that way, or we can do, or you can just play those open chords in that rhythm for the time being. But really work on those chords, because those new chords, they're gonna challenge your hand, and that's what we're here for. So yeah, so work on those chords. Whether or not you'd play them when you're playing along with the song right now, it's optional. But at least try to get them under your fingers. You know, that's what we call it. Getting something under your fingers means you can play it.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
I feel like I gotta, translate myself sometimes. So next thing we got is, then we switch over to these open chords. We got E minor, A minor, D major, and G major. Nice and easy. I know you like to play the G major like this with just your ring finger on top. If you want to do that, that's fine. I'm going to play it like this just because that's how I like to play it, with my ring and pinky on the high 2 strings right there. These 2 guys right there. Now the reason for that is because we're coming from a D chord, and if I keep my ring finger there, then it's the exact same spot. I can pivot on that. I don't ever have to take it up in order to get from one to the next. And I find that easier. But what the trick about this part is going to be is getting our right hand together, because it's going to be long, short, and long, short, long, short, long, short. Now, what's tricky about that is that you strum through it. For the second strum, you're gonna come down, and you kind of want to use the base of your hand here, kind of like this, to to mute the strings down. Okay, you could use the back of your hand or the palm or the whatever back of your palm. Man, I need some help today. No. But whatever you can do to kind of mute it. I think the butt of my the heel of my palm right here is the best part, because if I'm coming through, I strum once, then I can kind of just, as I do my second strum, I can kind of lean my hand up against it like that. But experiment with some other things. Make sure that when you do that, you take the pressure off your left hand. So it's okay. You see how I take the pressure off, and I kind of even mute the strings over here on this end too. But what's really going to make the difference is your right hand. So experiment with a couple different ways. If you like doing, if you like, using your arm, whatever you want to do is fine as long as it's comfortable. I would highly recommend the palm of your hand right behind your thumb. But what can I do? I can't tell you one way or another. So altogether, I'll play it a couple times for you here, just so you can kind of get the idea and see me doing it. Short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. Okay? Then the next section that we have is we have these power chords. Now these power chords, same shape, just got to move it around. And same rhythm the whole time, so it's going to be nice and easy. We've got D5 is the first one. That's right here, 5th fret. With our index, ring, and pinky go to the 7th fret of the 4th and 3rd strings. Index at the 5th. And we go 1. And so we strum just those 3 strings, 5, 4, and 3. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we take this shape, move it down to G, which is on the next set of strings, and down 2 frets. So we start the 3rd, 5th, 5th. Same rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the G. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to go to the C chord, which is directly beneath the G chord. So we're going to be 3, 5, and 5 again. But now starting on the 5th string, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to go to an A power chord, which is going to be at the 5th fret of the number 6 string. So it's going to be 5, 7, 7, starting on the 6th string. We're going to hit that 4 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's up to the D power chord again, which is directly below that A. And we're going to hit that one 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so all together now. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. G, 1, 2, back to D. 1, 2, 3. Now back to G. Then we got C. And then A. Then back to D. And that's it. So those are all the parts of the song. There's also the solo, but the solo is we can work on that next time. What's really important is just that we have those 3 major parts of the song worked out. Okay, so that's what you got to practice. All right, deal?
Yep, sounds good.
Any parting words to yourself?
Work harder? I don't know.